I do so many RC car reviews here on my channel. It's time to try something different. So today we're going to take a look at something completely different. This is brand new from JJRC and it's the Ripsaw EV3-F4. Of course, this thing is based on the real life Ripsaw, and in real life the Ripsaw personal tank is an absolute monster. Now I'm actually really excited to give this thing a go. I'm always doing car reviews here on my channel, so it's nice to mix it up a little bit. Now this isn't the first time I've featured a tracked RC vehicle here on my channel. Who remembers this? This thing was absolutely terrible. The tracks kept coming off. It wasn't very capable and it didn't really handle too well. Now that may have been terrible, but this thing looks really cool, and JJRC have been producing some really cool cars lately. So I'm really hoping this thing turns out to be good. Okay, that's enough talking. Let's take a closer look. So here it is, this is the Ripsaw. Now initial impressions, quality wise, it actually feels really good. It's got some really good weight to it. Everything looks really high quality considering how much this thing actually costs. And this thing is actually really cheap. You can pick it up for around £47. I think that's about $60. I'll stick the exact conversion on the screen now. And that's really not a lot of money for something this cool. Now this thing is primarily made out of plastic. It's really heavy. It's a lot heavier than I was expecting. Now, even though everything is plastic on this, we have got some metal up at the front here. I'm not sure what this is called. I'm not a massive tank fan. I'm pretty sure someone would tell me what this is called, but that is made out of metal. You can open the doors on this as well. And I don't know if you can see it clearly, but you do get a full interior with this. You could probably put a really tiny driver in there. It looks like we've got an LED light bar up on top. I think we've also got some LED lights down here. One of the biggest issues I had with that WPL a couple of years back was with the tracks. They just kept coming off. It wasn't very usable. Now the setup on this actually looks like it could be really reliable, but again, we're not going to know until we test it out. We've got a little bit of suspension there, that looks good. You can probably guess I don't really know a huge amount about tanks. So taking a closer look underneath, here we have the on and off button. Under here is where the battery is housed. It's a bit annoying that you have to undo a screw, but we'll go with it. There we go, a fairly decent sized battery tray. So battery wise, this comes with a 500 milliamp hour 2S lithium ion pack, a basic USB charger, screwdriver, a black and white manual, and finally here we have the transmitter. Now this thing is incredibly basic. It doesn't feel too bad, not the best, but as long as it works, this is a cheap little tank. So we've got the on and off button and the light button. There's no trim settings or anything like that. For some reason, the on and off button wasn't working on my transmitter. It's kind of like they've placed the sticker over the top and the button was stuck down. So I had to slide the screwdriver underneath just to release the tension. And then that allowed me to switch it on. Like I said, this thing is really cheap. I'm not sure if there's going to be a way to replace this, but just keep an eye on the on and off button if you do buy one. Right, so I've got this powered on. Let's take a look at the LED lights. So let's take a look at the LED lights. Now this does have some different settings. You can cycle through all the different modes using the button on the transmitter. You even have the option to turn the LED lights off if you're not a massive fan. Now I know some people will ask, how fast does this little tank actually go, which is why I wanted to speed test it. Now I knew it wouldn't be the fastest thing out there, but it was still exciting to see how fast it would actually go. And here is the result. Before we get this thing out on the dirt, let's see if it can handle some of these rocks. And it can. I mean, come on, this thing is seriously cool for the money. There's no denying that. It actually handles a lot better than I was expecting. I thought this was just going to be a toy, and of course it is a toy, but it does work really well. Let's see if we can get through this puddle. Can we get enough traction? Yes, we can. This thing is really impressive. I mean, for £47, this is a capable little thing. Really, really good. Right, so I've brought this thing to one of my favourite bashing locations. I'm going to stop talking, just enjoy the action footage. So there we go then guys, that was the new Ripsaw by JJRC, a fantastic little tank for the money, £47. I've had endless amounts of fun with this today, and it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. In all honesty, I thought this thing was going to be terrible. No, I actually thought this thing was going to be really bad. I thought the tracks were going to fall off, and I really didn't think it would handle a place like this, considering how small it is, but also how cheap it is. Now this has really surprised me today, not just the quality but the overall feel and appearance. It just feels like a premium product. Now before we end the video, don't forget, if you want to win a new RC car, I will leave a link down below. You can head over to Raffle. I've got 2 really cool cars over on there at the moment. If you're interested in supporting the channel and winning something new, definitely check those out. But apart from that, we're going to leave it there. Cheers for watching. See you on the next one. Take care.